Hello everybody and welcome back to the workshop. Due to a little emergency, we're having a little bit of a different type of Range Rover day because I have realised that I have turned into a typical mechanic, and while I was always fixing someone else's car, his ones never work. Well, this one included. So it's a bit of an emergency and I'll show you why. These of course have got tyre pressure monitoring system, TPMS for short. So it tells the computer inside that you're at the right tyre pressure. And it hasn't worked for ages. So these are brand new sensors that are in it, but they're not coded to the car. They are usually supposed to, but they didn't. So I've had to take the wheels off and get all the codes off them from inside the tyres. So on every single wheel sensor, there's a little code on each one. Ordinarily, the car is supposed to pick those up as it drives, which it didn't. So I've had to take each wheel off, pull the bead of the tyre back, get a photo of that code. Now I've got to put each one into the car's own computer using this. That's what we do. We want to go down to tyre pressure monitoring. And then what we do, now I put in each of those, in each wheel where it is, the code from that sensor, so the computer knows exactly what it's trying to look for. So let's do that. Right. We still got a fault, even though it now knows. However, because now it knows what the sensors are supposed to be, it might show us the fault. No, now it still cannot find it. So now, come on, specialists, where are the codes? Wheel module. Okay, well, we are somewhere. So as annoying it is to not have the problem actually solved, now the computer in the car knows which sensor it's supposed to be finding each wheel, because you've actually told it, rather than originally you just put them in, the computer finds what's spinning near it. Didn't pick them up. Now it knows which ones they are. It's actually told me the fault, and the fault is with the module in the boot which picks up all the sensors. That's actually about a 10-minute change, so I'm just going to order one of those. Hopefully that's the problem solved. So it's annoying the problem isn't fixed, but I now know what the problem is and can get that solved really easily. So I'm going to take that as a win. If that works, next job. So all of this is turning out to be a little bit more of a pain in the backside than you'd think, because basically the front end of this has been beaten around so badly where it's driven around the forest. Everything is bent, broken, snapped. I mean, it took me, I had to cut all the bolts out for that bumper because you simply couldn't remove it because it was all, the mounts were bent up. So now I've just got to get this sump guard off and out the way so I can expose all of the horrible leaking, dripping stuff that I can see in there, but mostly because I need to be able to get all the stuff off, because now it's time to do this inner wing and those two front footwells. Let's see if I can get the last of the stuff off and see what I'm looking at. That useful thing if off-roading, not very useful thing otherwise gone, we can start seeing what else we've got to work with. And actually we've got a massive leak. Well, that's definitely engine oil, isn't it? That's Okay, so we've got a big engine oil leak somewhere under here, so this is not as good mechanically as we had hoped. It's all down these bottom pulleys. That might actually be the crankshaft seal. And then the steering box is just, so we can see, that's power steering fluid. That's properly in pieces. So I think there's going to be a bit more. I mean, look at that, yeah, look. See, it's all over it. Yeah. So we have to clean all of this lot up, but I'm definitely going to have to look here at that oil leak, because that's all over those belts. All right, and now drop it down, because I need to get this off, so then we can have a look at that. Okay, I have got to loosely where I wanted to be, along with getting somewhere with my personal vehicle and, of course, equipment for the chateau. So I can see how bad it is. I can also see where I need to start unpicking everything, which also means I can see inside when I get down tomorrow and get the wheels off what I need to be able to pull apart from inside and dismantle. And of course, I've also found an oil leak that we hadn't seen before, which, so, you know, two steps forward, one step backwards. So I think it's time to get home, take the dog for a walk, have a bit of food, and try to chill out, ready to attack that properly tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.